Sanlam is a financial services group in South Africa, and it's a provider of life insurance, retirement annuities, unit trusts, health insurance, and employee benefits.
In addition, the group provides investment and risk products to group funds. It has a market cap of 172 billion rand, a PE ratio of 18.8, and a dividend yield of 2.8%.
And Ian Kirk is taking over at the helm.
So
Interesting management change. I mean, obviously he's been with the Sanlam group for many, many years, so well versed in the broader group.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think what you're seeing, there's good depth of management, good succession planning. Johan van Zyl's done a phenomenal job. If you look at the shareholder returns, I think over the last 5 years, double that of the all-share index. So it's really been phenomenal. They've been very good allocators of capital. I think when he came in, there were a lot of efficiency gains to be had, and just to cement their market share in their traditional South African marketplace. Off the back of that, they've taken the surplus capital and expanded reasonably aggressively into the Asian markets that Byron alluded to. And I think those are very exciting. India, clearly a very exciting market to be in, and Malaysia as well. And they're seeing already good returns, good performance from those investments, and I think with the potential for more to come.
And where we saw the crisis in Old Mutual with the subsequent fall in the share price, Sanlam has been a very steady performer through the years.
They've always been fairly conservative, and like Rowan mentioned, had a very busy year. They had quite a lot of surplus cash. They have been buying businesses, going hand in hand with established businesses in these areas. And India, 1.2 billion people. I think there's more people with a degree in India than people in South Africa. So there's certainly a lot of potential there, and a really well managed business.
Let's go back to the share price performance, and Rowan, you can weigh in on this one.
Yeah, so again, you're seeing these shares at record highs. Again, as we mentioned, the market is at record highs, so, and a lot of the earnings come from that, and very good ratings. They moved, traditionally were sort of valued at around embedded value. That was a good proxy for the market value of an insurer, but I think the market is recognizing the ability to continue to create wealth and obviously grow earnings, and subsequently have moved to quite significant premiums to embedded value. Sanlam's had one of the highest ratings on that measure, but the earnings growth has really been phenomenal. A bit of a breather really, because the stock market in a certain period didn't do as well, but underlying operating performance still very strong. The sort of business is firing on all cylinders, and I guess the rating would be justified.
And will its exposure to India keep the business firing on all cylinders? I suppose that's the decision you've got to make now as an investment
Exactly. I mean,
manager.
that remains to be said. Obviously, how are they going to go about doing it and implementing? But they've done it successfully here. So why wouldn't it work there? The numbers there are astounding, and I'm sure there's a massive gap in the market, and also a nice mix between targeting wealthy people, but also targeting underinsured areas, and life insurance, and that the health insurance side is such a profitable business, and it is a service that is required.
Let's call it hot or not. Is there anything else you want to add before we do call it?
Well, I guess we'd like to monitor the leadership change. We alluded to it. I think Ian Kirk did a very good job at Sanlam. That's also been a great investment on the side for Sanlam. So there may be a little bit of uncertainty, but it's been very well managed. So I'm hot.
Hot or not?
Yeah, I'm hot on it. And that short-term insurance focus with Ian Kirk coming into the business, we've seen Discovery pushing hard in that sector, and I think it's also a nice sweet spot. So I think we'll see a focus going towards that, and I'm hot. Yeah.
And you're hot.